Good morning, everybody. So, I know what you're thinking. I've heard this before. Let me tell you before you judge me, okay? It is 5:19. I woke up at 4:30 without alarms. And this is the part where you're like, we've heard this before. You've said this before. And I have. But the key is in not giving up. I'm going to fix my sleep schedule, guys. I'm going to do it. And today was an excellent first step. I was talking to my sister yesterday. And I was like, all right, I think the best way for me to do this would be to move my workouts to early morning and then do yoga more towards like the midday evenings. And I'm going to start doing yoga every day because if I got a 500-hour course after this, I really need to get in the daily habit. So yoga is becoming an everyday practice. But she told me about the salutation of the sun. And I thought that was really interesting. And the window I do yoga in front of, it's right in front of like where the sunrise would be. I don't get direct visual of the sun from my window. It's blocked by a house. But I do get all of those pink cotton candy clouds. Synchronicity. Cotton candy clouds are important today. I do get all those cotton candy clouds. And the thing that I really want to incorporate is just daily presence. Because these yoga sessions are short. I'm doing yoga with Adrienne. I'm doing the flow series again. And they're like 20 minutes, 30 tops. I don't even know if there's any that long. But most of them are around 17 to 20 minutes. It's really not difficult to do. And it's not high enough energy that you shouldn't be able to do it every day. She kind of plans it so that it's compact enough that you're not going to kill yourself by doing it every day. And she always says, like, the hardest part is just showing up. And I think when I start my yoga course, I'm probably going to do little videos on what I'm learning because the best way to learn is to practice. And they even recommend recording yourself so that you can go back and look at your own posture and be like, okay, well, this is out of alignment. This is supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be able to self-critique like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do maybe like 10-minute demonstration videos of the things that I'm actively learning. And I'm probably going to just put them on TikTok like I do on my other videos, but we're looking at one a day. And I can put those on a YouTube playlist. And I think that would be a fun little educational exercise. You don't have to put something in there to be like, I'm learning, I'm not an actual yoga instructor yet, blah, blah, blah. But like, I think that would be really fun. And series like that, once you develop an actual series, you can count toward continued education credits. So, I don't know, that was a thought. But considering how close we are to closing in on completion with the personal training certification, yoga's right around the corner. So I'm feeling like I really need to just like get my rhythm back. And on top of that, there's so many things I want to fit in my day right now. Like, I'm job hunting because it's getting a little bit more aggressive with the job hunt. Like I applied to, this week alone, I applied to a petting zoo as an animal handler. I applied to a cleaning company as a janitor. I applied to a gym as a personal assistant to another personal trainer so that I could basically like potentially learn the ropes from somebody that's been doing it for a long time and been successful at it. I feel like that would be a really valuable experience. I applied to a weed dispensary because they needed somebody with pothead knowledge. They wrote in there, like, you have to know all the state bylaws and how this works and blah, 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 blah. And, like, where else are you going to find an ex-pothead that knows everything that a pothead should, but doesn't actually smoke weed anymore? I'm perfect. So, like, now that I'm getting more aggressive with the job hunt, and I don't quite have my personal certification yet, which I'll be able to exclusively focus in on gym jobs as soon as I'm done. But right now, I need to get some things rolling. I need to be able to pay for the nonprofit fees. I need to be able to buy my deck prototypes and start saving up for mass production. There's things that I need to make money for right now. And like, coasting is fine because like you're doing your education thing, but that is not going to end soon. I have 500 hours ahead of me after I graduate. or after I get my certification, pass the exam. So I need to start doing this now. I need to start being able to multitask now. I need to be able to fit everything that I'm trying to fit in my day in now. Which means waking up and getting it all sliced into pie-shaped pieces. So I'm thinking, I start my day, 4:30 to 5:30 area, do my yoga. Immediately, maybe after some breakfast or something, go to my education stuff. I will do my school there for a couple hours, at least a chapter, maybe 2 chapters if I'm feeling squirrely. And at that point, I can focus on job applications, interviews, because I'll be heading into mid-morning to afternoon. And if I'm doing job interviews and job applications and, you know, all of those things, and whatever responsibility stuff I have, maybe even on, you know, whatever clients I've got in that period between maybe like 11 and 5, then I will still have the evenings free to stream video games and continue growing that, and be able to play with my nighttime friends. Oh, and my workouts, because yoga isn't all of my workout. I'm still going to be doing my workouts 5 days a week, though I'm going to incorporate my daily yoga practices first. When we're talking about foundational aspects of your routine here, you need to get the things that are manageable in first. So we're starting with waking up on time, waking up early, and getting in the sleep rhythm of waking up early. So that's priority number 1, sleep schedule. Priority number 2, showing up on the yoga mat. Most difficult part right there. And once we are able to wake up on time and show up on the mat, we're going to make sure that our school-based hours are focused and consistent. So even though I'm doing 1 to 2 chapters right now, and that's my marker for school, after I do yoga and eat breakfast, there's also going to be a certain amount of hours that I have to put in for yoga, immediately replacing that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a check mark of like, I did this much of the work. It needs to be like I put this much time in. But for me, it's a little bit more tricky because I tend to drag my feet some days. Some days it could take me 4 hours to get through a chapter because I have ADHD and I'm just like doing 3 projects at once and trying to focus on all of these things. And sometimes I will legitimately take care of 600 other problems because I don't want to focus on school. And it's very productive. I get a lot of shit done. But I cannot pretend that I am not using that as an excuse to not do the schoolwork. Honesty with ourselves is important here. You need to be able to look at yourself and decide where you have too much slack, where you are giving yourself excuses and that results. So, we are going to dedicate a certain amount of time, productive time, to the schoolwork. A certain number of hours. Probably, I'm going to say like 2 to 4 hours is reasonable. That's what I'm doing now, 2 to 4 hours. So, once we've got that sectioned off and we've got our schoolwork planned and everything's pretty much in order, then we're looking at the variable period, which is job applications, interviews, and clients, existing clients. And this is going to be where it gets fucked up because my schedule for working is going to impede my other things. I'm going to have to be variable enough in this that I will be able to shift things around based on this work schedule. Like with any day job, you have to plan your clients and your open windows for that sort of stuff around your paycheck. So there's that to consider. I'm going to have to leave this window as a variable window that can change based on other things in my life. But we have this energy here of saluting the sun. You know, we had that reference yesterday, elixir vitae. Maybe it wasn't yesterday. But drinking the sun in as a liquid, it's absorbing life force directly. And something about doing this, waking up with the sun and getting your routine in order, will bring all of the other things in your life into alignment. And I know you may not like routine. You may feel oppressed by routine, but that's because you haven't seen it work effectively. That's because you haven't felt good doing it yet. I would urge you to just try.